everybody. So, Mr. Leefy here. Just a quick tutorial on how to use the LandClaim add-on and the spawner add-on. We'll start with the spawners real quick before going to LandClaim because I know not everyone wants a super complicated long tutorial, but for those that want to do LandClaim, it'll be a little more in depth. So, spawners, you spawn the block in or you place it and it starts at level 1. So if you right click the spawner, you'll see here we have a level 1 and we got instructions, of course, so it just gives you an idea of how it's supposed to work. Okay. Choose level will not show up unless you're admin, so I'm going to get rid of that. Tag myself, remove admin. Okay, there we go. All right, so for the spawner itself, I have currently, let's see how many spawners I have in here. Get rid of that for now. I think I have one. I'm gonna go to game mode S. Yeah, I think I have one. So you can upgrade to level 2, or you can upgrade max. What that means is it just takes everything in your inventory of that same spawner and just upgrades it to the max amount it can. Boom. So you see here, it only had one, so it just upgraded one level. Let's say I had more than that. Let's give myself Leefy. This is spider spawner. Spider spawner. Let's do spider spawner 1, and we'll do like 50. What will happen is if I do upgrade max, it'll upgrade to the 32, and then it'll just give me the remainder amount. So I have 20 left because it couldn't upgrade any further. So that's how that works. Now, if you look here, level 32 does about 12 or 14. I think it was up 12. Let's see here. Yeah, 12 every couple of seconds, which is pretty quick, I'll be honest. That's the max. And that's very nice if you're trying to do like a grinder setup for people. And what's nice about this is, if you notice, it's over 100, so it actually goes to 1,000 for level 32. Each level will kind of has like a level 1 through 5 kind of deal. 5 to 10 will go up on how much these spawners can stack onto the entity. So level 1 can only go up to 100. Level 5 or 10, I can't remember exactly, but each higher the level, the higher it stacks. So it goes up to 200, 300, 400, 500, 600, 700, 800, 900 to 1,000. So because we have a max level spawner, this will stack all the way up to 1,000. Okay, so very cool. So that's pretty much the basis of how that works. Admin, like I was saying, you can choose the level. So if you want to reward somebody with a level 32, you just do that. Boom. Now it's a level 32, or you can actually change level to anything. If you want to punish them, level 17. Boom, right? But the upgrading is only based on the blocks you have. Now, if you want to keep this block, level 17, all you need to do is break it. So I'm going to game mode S, right? So you don't need anything. You just need to break it and it'll drop. But it becomes a level 17 block, right? So you don't have 20 level 1s. Level 1s is like the basis of the spawners, but you'll stack them together. And let's see if we can stack these together based on levels as well. So you notice here we have a level 17. I'm going to give myself a chest. And go game mode C, sorry. And I'll show you something kind of cool here. So we have a level 17 here. Boom. And we have level 17 here, right? So with two level 17s and no other spawners, okay, let's say, oh, we got to get rid of, oh, yeah, we're already rid of it. So you can't have more than one of the same spawner type in an area. So every 50 blocks, you can have one spider spawner, and then you can have any other types around each other, but you just can't have the same type within 50. You'll see here in just a second. So let's say we have a level 17. I'm going to get rid of this just so we can show the case here. Game mode S. So I know I have a level 17 in my inventory and a level 17 here. So if I upgrade max, you'll notice that it upgraded all the way to the top and gave me 2 left because we had 34 total. So it does all the math for you, so you don't have to worry about trying to figure out if 17 plus 17 equals 32. It'll do all the work for you. And if you downgrade, it will always, oh, my bad, downgrade, it'll give you individuals. So I don't have a fast way of like giving individuals because I don't know why you want to like break it down, but I mean, I have the downgrade just for your sake. Okay, so if you want to break it up by yourself, that's the option you got. So once again, we got 26, I'll upgrade max, boom, 32, and I still have 2 left, remainder. So that's how that works. And that's essentially the spawner add-on. Of course, you have the stack over there, and we have the block over here. The stack's going to keep getting added to, right, from over there. I think what's with the range of 50? I can't remember. I think it's the same range. Yeah. So now another thing I almost forgot is actually pretty important. So give myself a stack killer sword. So what this is the stack remover. If you were to hit this with a sword, give myself a sword or any type of way to sword, diamond sword. As you notice, it spawns back in a new one, right? Boom, 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 boom. You're just going to get all the loot from it. But let's say you want to get rid of the stack because you're like, I don't know how to transfer this around. So use the stack remover and it'll remove the whole stack for you. And then if there's always already a spawner here, then it'll just spawn above the block. This is very nice because otherwise it'd be hard to get this back. I mean, you can't really push them, so I would hope that the admin would give these away for free. The damage on these things are 2, so they're so bad to a point like that no one really cares to have them because you have like what 7 here, so it's like a wooden sword or whatever. But yeah, so that's how that works. If you have any questions, let me know. But that's essentially the spawner add-on. Now going to the LandClaim. This is very crucial because you can use the LandClaim with these, and it's really nice actually. So go to game mode, C. And let's go ahead and build something very simple. Let's do a grinding machine here or something. I don't know. Let's say we want to make a very basic grinding machine and we want people to teleport to it as a global teleport. And you can have them grind here and get as much free stuff as possible. But a tip I'd give you is if you built a grinding machine with water that pushes the entity down and then you have hoppers below it, then you can actually collect most of the loot and people can get some of the loot that falls to the side. You see the wheels clicking there or the gears turning? You can do a lot with this add-on, the LandClaim and the spawner add-on together. So of course you can do all that, but let's go ahead and go through the LandClaim to give you an idea of what I'm actually saying because it's kind of confusing unless you know what's going on. Okay. Ignore all that. So the biggest things you need to know is you have a LandClaim icon here, or item, and another TPA LandClaim. I might rename them, we'll see what happens, but the biggest one you need to know is this one, but this one here gives you a lot more functionality as well. So we already have 2 claims claimed here. We got another claim here from somebody else, and we got my claim here, okay? So if I were to go, if you actually look at the relativity of it, I'm here in this chunk. I'm always going to be in the middle, so you don't have to guess that. So the chunk is going to be 16 by 16 up and left. So it's going to be this way. Oh, looks like I'm already here. So it doesn't really, it just says if you're in that area, it just tells you it's an area. It doesn't show you how close you are in the area, but there's my chunk right here that I can edit. And this other chunk, which I should not be able to edit because I need to remove my admin. So admin can bypass anything. Remove admin. As you see here, I can't break anything or place anything, and I can't interact with any of the doors or anything like that. That's crucial, I think. And what's nice about that is if you want to enclose your house and for some reason someone's figured something out, at least you know they can't get in or get out. So that's just how that works. It took a minute to get this figured out, but we figured it out to an extent that it's almost impossible to get through. And I'm not sure if it even is possible, but it's for you guys to figure out. So that's that. TNT is a special case. If you, let me get the TNT out real quick. So TNT. And something to note is it actually is different depending on what you do. So flint. And I'm just going to show you this real quickly. It's really cool. Okay, so time set day, so you can see it. All right, so we have 2 claims here, and I've actually done a test earlier, but I messed up something, so I started over. But let's go on this side. Okay, so if I were to do TNT here and trigger it just normally without the flint and steel, boom, right? Let's say I want to do flint and steel on a claim I don't own, say over here. Oh, I can't even place it, so it doesn't really matter, but let's do flint and steel here, right? Because I don't own this, I want to blow up their land. Let's see what happens. Nothing happens, right, to the claim. But if I do flint and steel on my own claim, TNT, it allows me to actually do it. And why did I allow that? It's so you can mine. I want you guys to be able to do stuff. So, and actually blow things up if you want to make a cannon or whatever. The only downside is it doesn't trigger past the ownership of the TNT to other TNTs, which I might have to work on that some more. But right now, all you can do is trigger with this flint and steel to make it work on your own claim. Okay? Cool. So with that being said, we have 1,000 spiders because of the level 32. If it was any other level, it'd be lower than that. It'd be maxed out like 100, 200, 300, 400, 500. And for the LandClaim case, we want to claim this area because you don't want anyone, taking our spawner. That would suck. So let's go ahead and claim it. So we can claim it through this way. You can claim this chunk. And all you'd be doing is naming it. Or you can claim it by seeing what chunk you're in and going boom. Claim a chunk, yes, and also name it spider spawner. Call it spider spawner. Boom. So now if we look at the actual thing here, it says, yeah, we've claimed it. Oh, now look at this. It is by chunks. So if you notice, it's only got part of it. We got 2 corners here. It's intersecting. It doesn't really tell us what part we're in, but we're going to have to claim this one too because or we just move this somewhere else. So you can either move that or just, I'm going to claim this side too because let's claim this chunk. We'll do spider spawner, spawner 2. So now you know this is where the spider spawner 2 is, okay? And if you look here, the particles actually merge. So if you have, these 3 should be merged together already. Let's see. Say merged, it goes this way, goes this way. As you notice here, it merged all 3 claims because I own all 3 adjacent claims. And so it actually merged them together particle-wise. And that was very complicated to figure out, but we figured it out. Thanks to ChatGPT-4 and probably days and days of coding. Sorry about the breathing there. Anyway, so just notice there was a line here, so you always need to take account into that and probably get a market so that we know where every claim chunk is. Because what's important is if you're going to be doing like stuff like that, you want to have everything centered because you don't want to have to make 2 spawn points. So let's say we want to make a global spawn teleport here. So I almost forgot, I can go over this, but with the land claims, you can edit yours and claim more, right? And then you can see who has one, but you can't do anything with it, right? So over here, before I go into global teleports, we're just going to do here, you can actually manage your claims, right? You can see all your claims. You can actually edit it all at the same time. So if you want to add a member to everything to be trusted, this is a good way to have like a little clan. Not really in the books, but it's an option. You can transfer all the claims as well. So if you want to give all your claims to somebody and make one massive, group of people, that's possible as well. Anyway, so if we go to, oh, I didn't mean to do that. I right-clicked the wrong thing. Manage my claims, and you go to Spider Spawner, or Spider Spawner 2, which I think we're in 2 right now because there was the border, right? So with Spider Spawner 2, we want to make sure we can allow people to teleport here. Why would we want to do that? It's because if we have a setup where there's water and drops down, have hoppers, people can grind for us. We can make money automatically, right? We want to make this automatic. We want people to teleport and do all the grinding for us, so we don't have to be there for it. We can be offline and people can make money for us, right? But we just have to sell the items later. So let's go to claim, and you can actually access this. So if you look here, it shows you green and red. So that's actually block break, block place, and interact, and then teleport. So I actually did this earlier on a different claim, but for our case, we're in Spider Spawner 2. So we're going to go ahead and go in here, chunk permissions, and this is for everybody. You don't want them breaking the blocks. You don't want them taking your block. You don't want them placing blocks, so they'd probably spam it. Interaction, depends on what you want to do. If you want them to get out the door, let's say you have a door here, something like that. If you want them to get out, let's do a door. Then be my guest. Go ahead and, put a door here. They'll be able to get out just fine, right? They could probably claim around you, but teleport out. But if you claim everything within the visual sight, they can't get out there, right? So if you look here, we're in this claim, right? Spider spawner 2. We want to make sure they can teleport there. So we need to do chunk permissions as global teleport. Boom. Cool, right? If we look at the actual management, you'll see that it says teleport available. Now, how do you access that? So if you actually go to global teleports, this is actually set up by the admin. I'll show you that in a second. But if you have a teleport at all to any of your chunks, this will show up in the global teleports. So people can click on your name, you're like, oh, it looks like they got a spider spawner available. I'm going to go ahead and teleport there. The green is actually going to tell you how many times it's been teleported to. Okay, so if it's 0, I'd probably not have much in my inventory. Give it a go. If it's safe, I'll come back later, right? But spider spawner 2, I want to teleport there. Wait, no, I don't. So you move, it teleports, cancels, right? So let's say I'm over here, I have a claim over here, and I'm like, oh yeah, I want to teleport over to his spawner, or I'm in a different part of the world, right? I'm going to go ahead and do the 2 global teleports, go to Mr. Leefy's teleport, and go spider spawner 2. And this is great for your own warps as well, but you won't have your own home setups, so that makes it a little more tricky. But wait, what happened? I have a spider spawner. I want to teleport in there, but not here. What the heck? Well, if you notice, when you create like an actual chunk, it defaults the teleport to the center. So what you actually have to do is make sure every teleport you make, you add for the world, the chunk, is set to where you want it. So I want it to be right here. Okay. So I'm gonna go back to manage my claims. Let's go here because we're in it. Makes it easier to navigate. We're gonna go do. Let's go ahead and set the claim teleport right where I'm at. Right. Oh no, I'm not in it, so I have to go in it. Remember how there was a split here? I gotta go on this side, so I want him to be able to go here. Now, of course, I'd probably just move this whole setup, but in this scenario, it's good to know what you can do. So let's go ahead and do set claim teleport. Now we do that. Now it says successfully set up. So now, if I were to teleport to it, we've properly set it. Otherwise, it goes center. Now we go into here, go to global teleports to Mr. Leafy's spider spawner. We'll teleport right to that location. Okay, so it really helps with navigating and giving people public access to your claims, right? Another fun one that people did in a previous, I would say, let's see here, 1 second. I used to play on Java Realms. If you didn't know that, there was one called Loverfella server, and this is actually where I got a lot of the inspiration from. Was that? But a lot of people will do this. They'll like, hey, come gamble with me or something like that, and they'll be like, they'll have like grass, and then they'll have bone meal, and it was like, hey, I'll transfer your money if you if you properly if you get a flower shows up, right? So you go boom, oh, boom, times 1 or times 2 of your thing. 1 flower equals times 2 or something like that. Or if it's like, if you get 2 flowers, I'll times your money by 10 or something like that. And they'll be like, oh, okay, boom, 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 boom. It'd like be very bad luck. I mean, they'd be making money off of you, but if you really like to gamble, that's an option. But people do it all the time. Anyway, so of course the person can't do anything to your claim because you claimed it. They can't touch anything or break anything, but they can gamble depending on how you, as the host, gambles. I know a lot of you like that, and not all of you are old enough for that, and it's not necessarily legal everywhere, but that's just a fun little thing for in-game money and stuff. Okay, I might have a money transfer system in here eventually, so just watch out for that. And yeah, so we got the particle walls, things like that. I don't have config for everything. It's just so much work to do, and I'll add that in eventually. So yeah, so that's essentially the LandClaim add-on. I'm trying to think if there's anything I'm missing. Probably to do with admin setup. There is something I'm missing. So first, before we do that, we get the global setups, right? Let me go show you admin stuff real quick. Tag myself, add admin. So what you do have access to is if you go to have the tag admin, you go to global teleports, you can actually manage these guys right here. So I can either remove the warp location, so warp 2, if you look at it here, it shows it disappeared. And then you can add, so say spawn 2, so just do the current location, spawn 2, boom, done. And then you go back to global teleport, and you got spawn 2, right? You can always set it as, sorry, I'm getting hiccups, the coordinates if you just don't want to go there, but I give this option for easy setup. All right, now to the next stuff is you got TP requests. So these actually show a form in front of you. So I suggest you always have it off unless someone wants to teleport to you. Turn it on. Okay, I want to teleport to this. I mean, you can teleport to anybody when you're off, but you'll get spammed. Now I'm going to actually update this so it'll show notifications in chat, and then you just have to look at the list of teleport requests. So just know that's going to be updated eventually. Now with an admin, you can still manage everyone's claims. So it has a list of everyone's claims. So Dogi, like, all right, what's this claim? Let's see what's here. So let's go and teleport to this claim. See what they got. Time set day. So this is Dogi's claim. I have access. I can do anything I want because I'm admin, right? I can break, I can place, whatever. Yeah. So you'd be like, hey, you know what? This is a just abandoned. Let's go ahead and remove this kind of deal. You can go over here to manage all claims. You can actually go to Dogi's thing. You can actually remove it. Yeah, remove claim. That just removes the claim so people can reclaim it. Remove members. You can actually remove members from it. Someone's being a problem child. You can't add members yet. I forgot to add that in there. You can rename the claim. So if they swear and all that crap, you can rename them, ban them, whatever. Teleport to claim, edit permissions. So I say someone has a global teleport and you don't want them to do that, then you just turn it off for them, or interactions, whatever, like that. Okay, so that's nice. Another feature that's huge to this is if you have a spawn point, let's say you spawn right here. Right here. There you go. Okay, we have spawn right there, and we wanted to protect that area to here to here. So we have a nice, beautiful setup. We don't want anyone claiming the land, right? So yeah, you definitely don't want that because people will, break your spawn. So what you want to do is not necessarily spawn protection. All it is just restricts people from claiming land. You're responsible for your own spawn protections for now until I set it up. But you just have to put in the 0.1, 0.1, and 0.2, 0.2. So X and Z, X and Z. So I put X and Z here, X and Z there. And then if I were to try to do any type of claiming at all, like here, and I tried to claim it, it'd say, oh, you can't, it's a restricted area. It has a buffer of one chunk all the way around that. So they can't claim one chunk around the buffer zone of the restricted area. So that's just to protect your spawn from being claimed. That's it. So, I mean, things will be expanded in the future. It just depends on how much support I get for this add-on and how much people like it. But if you want to support it, I highly recommend you donate. I do offer services, but it's kind of up there in like 25 bucks because I don't have time for everybody, and that kind of restricts people from wanting my help to get another dev to help them because I just don't have time for everything. But this is the summary of how both add-ons work, and I hope you guys come to find it pretty fun. Um, I know a lot of you guys play with a chest shop or whatever. Yeah, so I think it's compatible as long as you have interact available. Actually, no, maybe not. Oh, well, it might be compatible because I know they have theirs locked already. They lock their chests. But if you have interact available on the claim, like let's see, if you open up your interact here, let's say like manage all claims. Let's say we were to go here and we go to like global permissions, and I turn that. Oh, we don't have to have it, but have this on. Then it should allow them to interact with it. Now it won't protect the chest, but if it already has protections on the actual shop itself, they can interact and use all the store stuff. So just know that as long as the chest shop has protections of its own, then you can just interact and be fine. Otherwise, I'll have to figure something out. Another thing is we do not protect entities right now. That's not a feature I've added. So entities can die on your claims. So if you want them safe, I would suggest you put them inside of like an area, like either a gated area, like with the buffer zone, or just enclose it entirely through blocks. We cannot. I did not protect against ender pearls yet, as well. That's another feature coming. So just know that if ender pearls do land in like a protected area for say, it won't work unless you have it available. But that's another story for another time. I'm trying to think if there's anything else, but for now, that's the video. I don't want it way too long. It's already probably like forever, but all right. Well, hopefully that's helpful, you guys. Enjoy the land claim, and once again, if you need help, ask another dev or pay me. So just for my time, I don't have time. I have a family, so well, hopefully you guys enjoy it. Just know for the devs, the code is not the cleanest thing ever. I'm eventually going to work on cleaning the code up. I just want to make sure it functioned and all that. And just remember, there is a transfer option for those that want to give their claims away or sell their claims. Let's say you wanted to build something and then sell it to somebody, get the money, and then you just got to trust each other for now. You can actually transfer it to somebody else. So they have to be online for it though. But yeah, know that. So if you ever want to give away a claim or sell it, you can actually do that through that. So yeah, I think that's it. I mean, you can add all the chunks. So if you want to add someone to all your claims, you can do that. Transfer all the claims, remove all members. This would be the closest thing to like factions if you wanted. You just have to give everything to one person, and then they just add you as a member, trusted member. That'd be the closest thing to a factions, I think, until I ever add one. So, yep, a lot of talking. I'm gonna stop, but you guys enjoy.